No, I was just thinking, shouldn't my rolls be in roll 20? That's what I was just
Oh,
looking
that's
for.
right. We were gonna check
But
that.
why do I don't
That's
see
right.
them?
Well, I see them, but hang on.
Oh,
I see a lot of dolphin.
yeah, that's what I'm
What
like.
did I do?
In
What did I do?
walls.
Why did you roll so
Like,
dolphin?
did I roll?
Dolphin? Why did you roll so aggressively? Actually,
Well, the reason being is that when you give a player dice,
yeah, like wait, it's just dolphin in the chat, but
He
then
was
I see,
on a roll.
and then I see, you know what? I'm benevolent this morning, Mom, because I see that you rolled a 3. You rolled a 3 on your D10.
Oh crap! No, I mean, no, it's not on. That's something.
I will allow you to roll once. If you roll higher than the 3, you keep that. Otherwise, you get the 3.
Cool. Okay, I'll take those odds.
Yeah,
Here we go.
I'm ready. That's a D20.
that is what we call in the business cheating.
And I suddenly revoke the right to reroll. Let this be a lesson to DMs everywhere. Never let your players reroll.
OMG.
You give them
Sorry,
an inch and
sorry.
they go a
Here we go.
mile. Oh, there we go.
How
All
about
right.
that one?
Nice. 5 is good. 5 is great. Don't forget to add your con modifier. Oh, Drusilla, what the hell?
Hey, James, I bet I can roll a higher D100 than you.
You probably can.
Yes,
You
burn
wanna
out that
find
energy
out?
now.
I take
burn,
it back. I take it back.
Burn
I
out
take it
that
back. I
energy
take it
now.
back.
Let's see it. Let's see
we're
those rolls.
committed.
Oh,
I take it back. No, I
14.
take it
Oh,
back. I take it
okay.
back.
Agadoo,
No,
let's see it.
Committed.
With
You
the
don't- you don't- you
70.
don't- no, you don't need to do
Burn.
that. It's fine.
Absolutely crushed.
What you don't
Yeah,
realise is like golf, the lower score wins. So congratulations, me. Thank you very much.
Is that how that works? I don't think that's what
Why
you
did
said
you put my
originally.
golfing shirt on?
Yeah, he's like, just put the Chinese mask again, the Chinese dragon head. Just put that back on. Just like.
Oh, I forget you have your
Yeah.
inventory.
Festival
Your
time.
inventory, Adam Enmon, is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, it's
I have
it's
everything. It's great.
It's like, I know I've got an important quest component here somewhere. Wait, is it underneath the sats of grain, the eggs, the Chinese dragon mask,
Giant
the
Yep.
nobody
apples?
Pretty much. You're not wrong. All right. The last time that we played, it was Dragon's Feast. We got to be a part of the festival times that were going on, and also too, I did want to note as well, so that way you folks know, because you guys didn't really get to do a lot of shopping last time. You guys kind of just did a lot of like the festival games and stuff like that, so there wasn't really a lot of shopping at the festival, but the stuff that was at the festival is still applicable. So there are still there's a little, like, not a lot, because like we still said before, the stock is running low. The resource wagon was abducted, never seen again. So we have low resources, but there are some there's some new armor that's available to be bought. There's some new weapons that are available to be bought. Just to keep that in mind. But the festival has been over. And you guys, the last time we left off, you guys were in the midst of fighting the objectionables as this new squad kind of came in, saw all your signs saying, hey, wait, don't come to Quiet Watch, you're gonna get stuck here if you enter anywhere, this is the point of no return, walk past this, you're gonna enter the barrier and you're never gonna be able to come out again. The objectionables saw all of those and did not care, went in anyway, went into Quiet Watch, and then Manny, who seems to be the head of these objectionables, basically said, you guys are doing a terrible job and they're taking over now. Which ended very poorly in an all-out brawl between your two parties, as Gemini and Lillian duked it out, stabbing each other in the backs, and full fight going. We had Yelberg, this giant man, just kind of like this barbarian holding Yvonne as Yvonne's back and forth trying to figure that out. And Agamemnon has fans now after doing a lot of just wrestling style MMA fight moves on the leader. Yeah, and just suplexing them, all that good stuff. But
So good.
in the midst of that fight, we had Yvonne's paws. Yvonne's paws came through, get your hands off my boy, spitting, fire into the ring that was happening there, and helped, split up the fight a little bit. But as all of you probably know in the back of your minds, although there is a bit of calm, after as the, everything died down, people started picking up, off out of the festival, started packing up, starting to go home, starting to go back into the heart of Quiet Watch. But the objectionables are still around. The objectionables, they're not going anywhere. Everyone that's entered Quiet Watch is like you, is not going anywhere, including Yvonne's paws. And with that note, I was going to say that it's going to be, like I said, loosely. We are basically going to be jumping around loosely in the span of a week. Basically, we can go anywhere of just immediately after the festival all the way until a week later, in between those points of what you guys want to do. And that Yvonne right now is spending time with his paws. As my brother stated in the what was his word for word in the chat of clerics are well versed in spirits after all. So Yvonne and his paws are out drinking.
Oh, God, of course. Yeah,
the nifty night, because they're well versed in spirits, being clerics. So they're so he's getting to have some family time right now, while you guys are getting a breath of fresh air, trying to figure out what is the next thing that needs to happen. What's the next thing that that needs to be done, as there is now even Torin, the son of Sullivan, is now in town, as part of the objectionables. Sullivan Kane still missing, somewhere in the Sunshade Grove. Also, that's where Izzy is requesting some herbs for health potions. Is also in the Sunshade Grove. Also, Sunshade Grove is also where a potential god is that you guys said you guys were gonna meet them at some point and get acquainted, and that's also there. But
that's
then there.
Really important to me right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty important. But there is also still the, as I move us to the other map, as I remember my notes, I believe it's the cackling. There we go. Oh, wrong map. Other one. The other one. The other map. The Cackling Woods, because the Ring of Silence, as Yvonne being connected to water seems to have these ghostly voices, and seeing the Owlin. That something is these ghostly Owlin that are trying to send some kind of message, when something that Allagorm was tied to awaits somewhere in the Ring of Silence, which is all connected up there up top as well. But I believe, however, and correct me if I'm wrong, I do know of one thing that I know that I believe Percy wanted to do, probably right after the festival, is I remember you said you now have that little glass custom-made fox, of dragon that you wanted to go give to Griffin.
Yes, I would like to do that. Please.
So so we're gonna start this session with that, while the two of you also figure out what it is that you would want to be doing within this next week, of if there was something specific you guys would want to do. Like I said, there's stuff that you guys could buy, or just like I said, if there's people you guys need to talk to, up to you guys. But we're gonna start with Percy.
Yes.
And because, like I said, this is, we're just, if you wouldn't mind, as you're walking into the wood, and I'm going to assume this is right after the festival, correct?
Well, yes. So after his cheerleading antics on the sideline, disguised as a jester, influencing the fight.
I forgot that you are disguised self right now. That is correct.
Percy recognized
Torin.
Torin. In all of his glory, in the middle of the fight, Percy disguised self.
Yes.
And rallied the crowd into basically throwing tomatoes and things.
Bananas, all kinds of stuff. Peas, mashed potatoes, everything. Just throwing it at everybody.
Hyping up the Flint Whistlers, which is now he has named them.
The objectionables did say at one point that it's you guys don't even have a name. You guys don't even have names. I just imagine Percy's just what can we be? What's our group name?
And guess what we didn't do in the month break that we had?
I was like, thanks guys. You guys still didn't. That's on point. I feel like that's on point.
Exactly.
You guys had time to think of a group name. Nah. We don't gotta do that.
So Percy at the festival, when he saw the dragons come out and announce themselves as Yvonne's parents.
Yes.
Percy was like, "That's enough festival for me." And as the crowd decided to disperse, he did disguise himself away from being a jester into a common townsfolk, you may say. And he blended in perfectly with the crowd. It was like, everything's over. We're just going to leave now. You know, yeah, the scary dragon's all right. Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah.
And he snags a few special treats from what remains of the food stand that wasn't used as ammunition. To take to Griffin.
I will say you easily enough. We can say that you're bringing, as I pull open which note is it? There we go. We'll say that there's some chocolate chippers that are still left. You know, those chocolate chip cookies that look like hand axes. And we'll say that there's even, maybe there was one hot buns left, which is a little bread roll that looks like a rabbit.
I just sweep them all into a bag emblazoned with Dragon's Feast, a paper bag, and then just take them along to Griffin.
Fantastic.
And his house.
Oh God! You want to emphasize that again in this?
We're going to Griffin's house.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure I heard you correctly. That it was Griffin's house.
Yeah, just to see. Probably have to talk to Griffin's mum as well.
Griffin's mom. Oh God, Gemini's gonna kill you. Gemini's gonna kill you extra because I also wanted to note, because my mom pointed this out, and in case James, you didn't know this too, that whole time that you guys were fighting the objectionables, Percy not once was there at the fight because Percy was disguised the whole time and none of you noticed. So Percy was there, but not.
The only time I did anything, I think, was when I told Gemini where the person was, but that was in my actual self form, not disguised self. And then after that, you never saw me again.
Yeah, that was it. It was like once in the crowd, right? But when Gemini got attacked, and then that was it, gone.
Yeah, so I would have, you're going to Griffin's house. I thought you were already there.
Yeah, exactly. I just assumed you were already at Griffin's house. This bitch. But Percy, as like I said, the sun has already set, and it's still a gloomy, kind of a gloomy day. It's not raining, but the overcast is there, and it is now, it's getting dark as the sun has already set, and so being in the woods as you're going into, all these different log cabins that you're going through, and going through the residential area of Quiet Watch, it's getting dark. But I do want you to go ahead. Let's just recap. I don't know if you guys have changed what you guys looked like now post-festival times too, but describe to me what Percy looks like right now as you are traveling.
He looks very much like his same old self, really. He doesn't really put much pride in his appearance. There's not really anything that's remarkable about him. He's dropped the disguise self by this point, and he's just in his traveling robes that he's been in this entire time. To look at him, you wouldn't think of him as a sorcerer. You would think of him just as sort of like a wandering salesman kind of thing, just like the glasses on his face and the long tunic all the way down. But yeah, nothing remarkable about him at all. Just...
And especially to seeing it's almost thematic in a more ominous kind of way of leaving the very colorful banners of yellows and reds and blues excuse me, of Dragon's Feast, and then being the jester and being the very colorful, very similar to how Jace was with the little baubles on the hats, and you are walking out of Dragon's Feast and walking past the final banners, and you see the lights behind you as you see Percy walking through, and being able to get through and then turning into a commoner, blending in to the townsfolks, and then getting further away, further into the darkness as the sun continues to set, as night continues to fall, turning into just Percy. And
weirdly comfortable by himself.
Yes.
Well, by himself, like he's been for a very long time. His own wits to survive on, dark woods, keeping a low profile kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you, like I said, you're going towards Gemini's home, where Griffin, which is also now Griffin's home, and that has oh gosh, I was gonna say Darcy. That's not Darcy, but Dorothy. That Gemini's mother.
She won't remember anyway. No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dorothy won't remember. Legit. But you do walk up to this very beautiful, kind of on the outskirts of the residential area of Quiet Watch. This very beautiful, just wooden home that it's more windows than wood. This specific cabin, as it has like the very beautiful front windows, but you see that all the curtains are drawn. You can't, as it is nighttime. You can't see within the abode itself, but you do walk up to the porch. The porch light is not on. There's no lantern that is lit at this moment, but the floor is yours.
I produce a little bit of flame and light the lantern.
Yes, easy enough.
And then I knock on the door.
You go ahead and you give a couple of knocks. And there's a quiet moment before you kind of hear what you think is footsteps deeper into the home, and then you hear in the distance a couple of moments more, getting closer before the door opens. Very slowly, not all the way, but kind of creaks open just a little bit. But you do see not Dorothy that answers the door, but you do see Griffin. You do see the this kind of 1920s, early 20s, late teens, human with this, these kind of very messy blonde curls that are everywhere, as he seems to be like in just a very simple kind of gray night robe, and kind of peeks open the door. You do see, even from this moment, as Griffin is peeking open the door, and with the light that you've produced in the lantern, he still looks pale. And you realize it is him that is coughing. And he is still recovering. But he does look better. A lot better than when you guys had last seen him, because it's been now just a couple of days. It's not been too long, but it's been about 2 days since that has occurred, since his death occurred and being revived through raised dead. He is still recovering, but he looks better, but still, you see the indents in his cheeks. You still see the paleness of his face. But the moment he sees you, he squints his eyes, and then he just widely opens the door and kind of gives you a long look, a long stare. Doesn't say anything.
Finn, you're off on your feet. I must say, you surprised me with the rate of your recovery. I didn't expect to see on you, let alone answering doors for many days. I brought you a few things.
You didn't fucking expect me to be on my feet?
No, I suppose looking at magical users, I guess that is a bit short-sighted of me.
You see that there's a little bit of his eyes kind of glare at you for a moment as he gets a little cross at that remark, but he doesn't say anything. He just is still looking at you.
Well, I know you spoke about Dragon's Feast in such a negative way. I just wanted to let you know that.
Why are you leading anybody over here? Oh, it's happened. Oh, cool. I'm ready.
It happened. Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, where's the cavalry then? 'Cause I know it's not just fucking you.
It is. It is just me.
You see, he kind of gets a little confused, and he just goes, "Oh, okay. Then what the fuck do you want?"
Well, I thought, and I take out the treats from the treat bag, and is there like a side table or something I can pop them down just on next to the door?
Yeah. You see that there's a little table with a flower, like a little vase on it.
Yeah. So there's some just some chocolate chip stuff, and
you do see he does kind of just like, he kind of leans over to kind of like peer into the bag as he does get a little bit curious on that. And when he does, I will say that you do notice that he is, even more, you see that he is gripping the side of the door, the door entryway, that he doesn't seem like he's trying to look stronger than he is, but you realize that he is trying to still hold himself up.
I pretend not to notice that, and just say, yeah, there's a few things there, just I can't, after everything that kind of happened,
Oh, what, you have a
I'm sorry.
conscience?
You know what? It may come as a real surprise to you, but yes. Yeah, I do.
What, you want me to say thank you?
Nope.
What, for cookies?
Nope.
Thanks.
Not at all.
Okay, then
I don't expect forgiveness.
Good.
Griffin, for my suggestion. It's just that I've come here to profusely apologize and say, in my hubris of thinking of understanding magic, every now and then someone comes along with a special gift that not even I in my many travels have encountered before and didn't understand. And I know you think Dragon's gone. I'm here to tell you I don't think that's the case at all. Dragon came, now that we know the effects of what happened, Dragon came from within you. And I think that Dragon is still there. And I think somewhere, even though you never fully understood how you did it before, with how powerful and special your talents are, I think we'll see Dragon again. And I'll take out the orange glass dragon and I'll pop it on the side and say, until then, allow this to be a reminder of just how good you are. And that you are special, and that Dragon will come back.
For the first roll in a month, I want you to roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
First natural one of the month, let's go!
Yeah, let's go! Let's see it, baby! Oh, let's see. Let's still, you got a high persuasion.
Yeah.
You got a high persuasion.
15 for the first one.
Nice. Yeah, I was just saying, you got a high persuasion.
Yeah, 15.
15. Okay. So you set the glass figurine that you had made of Dragon, the orange and white, and you put that also down onto the table next to the goodie bag. Do you go to? And you said that you go to step off the porch, like you leave that and you're leaving.
Yeah, I don't make any attempt to like cross the threshold or anything. I sort of like fidget with my hands sort of like to my sides, and I sort of like do everything. You know when like a child is trying to apologize for something they know they did was stupid, and they don't make eye contact at all.
Just looking down.
I'm looking down, looking around, eyes darting all over the place, sort of like all the way around Griffin, not actually able to make eye contact.
When you step down the steps and you hear the creaking of the steps before you do hear Griffin speak behind you in a very low tone. You are so fucking pathetic. Just, what? Is this just your version of thoughts and prayers? Like, what do you... Dragons within me? What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? And you see that he looks at Dragon on there, and he picks it up, and he's holding it, and he looks at this. He's like, what is this? You just... Is this what you did? Is this what you guys do? You just go through and just go, oh, I don't fucking care what happens to people? And just go, well, I'm sorry? You think sorry fixes this?
Of course not, Griffin.
I heard that there was another member of your party. Did you give thoughts and prayers to them too?
Are you referring to our fallen comrade, or...?
Yeah, the other one you got fucking killed.
Some people in our party may resort to thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
I more carry on the experiences that I had with that particular person, with that particular comrade, and the lessons that they taught me and they learned.
I don't forgive.
I don't expect it, Griffin, and I didn't come here seeking.
What? Fucking whatever.
forgiveness.
And you see that he grabs the bag. He keeps Dragon, though, in his hands. For a moment, there was a moment of anger that passes over him, thinking that you think maybe he would throw it or crush it, try to break it, but he still holds it. But he snatches up the goodie bag, and he goes back inside and he slams the door.
I went as well as it could have done. Yeah.
Oh, the Tristan boy in the background. He's mad. He's mad. He's like, oh, there's intense happening. But with that, Percy, that you continue back into Quiet Watch.
I don't meet up with any of them.
No,
With
yeah,
any of the
not
other
for
people.
this.
Not
night,
a
anyway.
chance.
Yeah, not a chance. But I will ask now on the, like I said, this is over the span of like roughly a week. But if you guys want more time or less time, that's up to you. Because I will also ask James Agamemnon. I have a question about Agamemnon that I've been meaning to ask you, that I just have not had time to, and I'm going to ask you right now, because being an athlete, being trained as a fighter, that you've trained yourself in body and mind, that you're very much so like, I run, as much as I can, I keep myself at peak physical shape as best I can. I want to ask you, did you ever have a trainer, or did you just do this on your own? Because I know you said you also hinted that you had friends outside of Quiet Watch as well. Did you and your friends ever were you guys ever trained under somebody, or did you that was just like a personal mantra that you had, that you're like, no, I just wanted to seek, just good physical health?
I did have a trainer.
Hey. Well then, I would like for you to describe to me what that trainer looks like.
That trainer looks like all of my opponents' faces.
You know what? That's on me. I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that.
Yeah.
Should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming.
Face.
In your face. And that's why he says face all the time. Your face. That's my mantra I wake up to every day. Incredible.
But as far as actual trainers, I didn't really have anything like that in mind.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't think so, but I was asking, just wondering. But I will say, like I said, then in that case, I will ask the three of you, what is Agamemnon and Gemini doing at this moment? We know Yvonne, during this time, spending time with his paws that have come here, that said that they adamantly are going to stay in Quiet Watch. They were concerned about Yvonne going off on his grand adventures solo for the first time. They had to check on him. But Gemini and Agamemnon, what would the two of you be doing within like this week of downtime and trying to get acquainted with things? If anything specific, because if there's not anything specific, that's also fine.
Well, I mean, I think I would definitely have gone and checked out the shops and stuff in town, and just because I'm like I say, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm ready to go out again and get this get out of town, because I need to for real get out of town. So
it's a little crowded. It's a little crowded now.
Right.
It's not. It's at peak capacity.
Yeah,
it's crowded in my house, damn it. Yeah, it's true.
People stabbing me in the back. I'm ready to. So I would be, because when we were at the festival, I didn't have on armor or any of that. So I would, I'd want to go get, because I have all like the my armor, but I would want to go look around for like any weapons or anything else that I might want to take with me, because I'm getting ready to go on the road.
Yeah. I will. I'm gonna.
Can I shop with Gemini?
Yeah, I'm gonna say if it's shopping, I was gonna say if it's shopping, we could even say that's like at the tail end of the week when you guys like reconvene and are like, oh hey, what are we doing together as a group? And you guys can go shopping, for sure. And I'll send that shopping list over to everybody. I will ask Agamemnon, is there anything specific that you would want to do solo before everybody regroups and reconvenes? Is there anything specific that you're doing?
I definitely want to go shopping. I know that.
Yeah.
I've got all these
Fuck
resources.
yeah.
I want to buy something.
Everybody needs to go shopping. I will say, just as a heads up, you guys are getting, because James had asked me privately and was just like, so how does materials work, and can we carry this? I'm usually pretty lenient about, I don't do encumbrance. I'm usually pretty lenient about, like, hey, carrying stuff. But I will say, Agamemnon, you're getting pretty full. You're not all the way, you can still carry stuff, but you're getting pretty full up.
I need to sell some stuff.
Yes, that's true. But I was going to also point out, because of, the phenomenon that is happening in Quiet Watch, everybody that's there is stuck there, including the vendors that popped up. One of those vendors was Wally's.
We tried to warn them.
Yeah, we tried to warn them. Yeah, but Wally's Wagon Wheels, that is, experts on carts, also is in town. So if you guys did need like some mobile thing to, go back and forth to places, or maybe having some kind of containers for something that's like more stationary, that's available to look at as well. But here is the list. Let's put it in campaign notes. Here we go.
I'm following in Gemini's footsteps, just sort of like wherever you go, I will like just potter along next to you.
Okay.
A few things I want to talk to you about.
Oh yeah, right. I feel like Percy's just like I feel like Percy, like, like faster. Guilty. Yeah, right. I feel like Percy, guilty child, is like, I was not at your house without you. I was not at your house without you. No, I didn't do that. I swear I didn't do that.
Question.
Yes. What's your question?
On Bernard's stand.
Yes.
It says 450 pieces, gold pieces.
It's actually 400 for you. Correct. Yeah. So for you, you guys, is because of the town morale is now at 3+. You guys have marked down prices, and I have factored those in. I figured out what the prices would have been without them, and then I marked them down accordingly for your guys' discount. So yeah. So the second number is the discount for everybody.
But yeah, as we're walking around, Gemini, as we're all sort of like shopping and stuff.
Yeah.
I will ask you, who's the person who I heard you got into a fight during Goblin's Feast? Goblin's Feast? Wow. China's Feast.
I heard. Yeah, true. Goblin's Feast. You've been to both parties, so.
We've been to both parties. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I heard you got into a fight.
A fight. Yeah. Oh, you mean when I got stabbed in the back?
I mean, I did try to warn you. It's not my fault you can't defend yourself properly. Listen, did you win?
I'm not here.
I wouldn't say anyone won when somebody gets stabbed in the back, but we didn't lose.
You didn't lose? Oh, wonderful. So, good to know that, you can hold your own.
Yeah, you want me to catch you up on things? Where were you off? Were you tired, or where'd you go?
Was I tired?
Take a nap or something? We kind of could have used some help.
And Agamemnon, you're there too. Well, I would say you're around. Whether or not you want to actively try to eavesdrop on their conversation is up to you.
Kind of hard not to.
Yeah, Gemini. I feel like you can't hear Percy, but you hear Gemini. You absolutely hear Gemini.
Walks even a little bit faster.
Yeah.
No, it's okay, Gemini. I heard that yes, you got stabbed, and and I heard that Yvonne and resident pirate Agamemnon did extremely well. I mean, they really entertained the crowds, I heard. There's one question. I read somewhere that someone stabilized you that wasn't one of us. Do you know anything about that?
Well, if you would have been around, maybe you could help me know who did that. I'm really grateful, because I was really hurt. I was hurt really bad. Percy, it would have been great if you would have been around.
Had you tried?
Actually.
I think Agamemnon can probably teach you a few things on parrying and swordplay and things like that.
I love that Percy says this as if he's an expert on parrying and swordplay. Which he clearly is not.
Strength. Yeah. 10 strength. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, all's well that ends well. I'd just like to know some more information on who the objectionables were. Did you find anything out about them? Did anyone think to ask anything about them? Well, all that was going on. Because there would have been something that would have been done if I was there.
I would look at Agamemnon and say, can you help Percy out with all his many questions? I got some armor and stuff to buy.
Yes, if you find anything interesting, I'll drop it around Griffin's house as well.
Good luck with that.
Agamemnon, my friend, hello. So I heard that you put on a rather good show the other day.
I put on a show, that's for sure.
I saw that while we were walking around town.
It's Agamemnon the Insatiable! Yeah. Oh my god! Like,
can I pass without a trace and not include
Gemini's casually, just quietly disappearing into the distance.
Meanwhile,
there
are. Do I get a percentage check?
And Agamemnon too. You can come with me.
Literally stands just so Percy cannot get past the
I sigh, and I look at Gemini, and just before Gemini wanders away, I cast Disguise Self on myself, and you see the jester. You see the jester from the fight, and I do sort of like a little hop skippy dance, and then turn back to myself. So I was like, ta-da!
Percy, who was it? Who was it? Then.
What do you mean? Who was it?
Who helped me? Who recovered me? I need to know that.
I don't know. He was one of the group. He was one of the group of people that came with the.
Which one?
I described the one. I can't remember how he was dressed.
You received Torin with the deep purple cloak that he threw over his his head, but the red hair of Torin and
deep breath. Thank you, Percy, for that information. Okay.
Okay. Are we okay now? Are we good? Wow. You hunters, you people in Quiet Watch are really quick to anger, you know that. Right, anyway,
you do see a small, as you guys have been standing here having this talk, there is about maybe 4 people who are off to the side, very anxiously watching the group. But I say group loosely because they are looking at Agamemnon. As Agamemnon did draw some fans after the Dragon's Feast debacle.
I noticed this and I turn around and say, "Oh, well, Agamemnon, I hear you have fans. I mean, it's a shame there aren't any around anymore at the moment because I hear you're giving away free autographs."
What? I need an autograph. You're just like, he just
and
goes
I produce some parchments as they walk up, and can Agamemnon just Agamemnon, got a taste to the fans. Agamemnon, come on.
I'm looking through my inventory. I don't think I have a pen. My bad.
I produce a quill. There you go.
I will give you a quill.
Quill and some ink. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. As you see, this group of people.
Sticks.
There you go. There you go. They're like, oh, as you see a couple people, they start walking up and they start asking you questions. They're like, you see there's one fan that he just actively is just like, oh my god, the way that you just flipped him over the table. Oh my god, it just gives me chills. Oh, it just gives me chills every time. And they just very adamantly are talking to you or just basically just oh, do you, what are you guys gonna, and then they're kind of inquiring to you
fanboys.
Yeah, fanboys, and there's a mixture of just all kinds of just, fans happening that are just in this little group. They're like, oh, what are you guys gonna do next?
I minor illusion Agamemnon in with a superhero sort of outfit, just to move around a little bit. Just
beautiful. They're Agamemnon the super. Oh, no, it's Agamemnon the Crusher, but he could be the super. No, it's the Crusher.
How about folks? Agamemnon the Super Crusher.
Small gasp.
I'm for
Super
it.
Crusher. Yeah, Agamemnon the Super Crusher. Can you please sign Agamemnon the Super Crusher?
I give him some more ink because that's quite a mouthful.
Yeah, you need more ink.
Yep.
Agamemnon quietly okay, Agamemnon the Super Crusher.
I need a shorter name.
Yeah. It takes up the whole page. You realize that your handwriting's too big, and you're like, shit, I gotta use the back.
just as they finish, and I'm like, and what does Agamemnon do to his foes? He punches them in the
face. Everybody's like, cheers! Yeah, and they walk away, and they're all just like, laughing and like talking to one another as they're off on their way.
I'm back in the field, right?
Agamemnon, my friend, I could manage you for a fairly reasonable price, It's not
I'm sure you could.
yeah,
I've never needed a trainer. I just kind of always manage myself. But I mean, I appreciate it. You can tag along if you
fine.
like.
I'm just saying the
I know you
world
like
of PR
the
is slightly
fanfare.
different from face smashing. I think just like in the world of PR needs a slight delicate touch, We'll talk. We'll walk and talk. Anyway, Jim and I, what were you looking at over here?
I'm sorry, what?
What were you looking at over here, armor-wise? Anything interesting?
Oh, I'm looking at this breastplate actually, thinking I'm tired of having disadvantage with my little chainmail.
You are rather noisy, but it's
true.
remarkable. For someone who pass without a trace, you are remarkably unstealthy.
Hey, Mom.
Yes?
Do you mind shutting your door?
Oh.
I'm getting a little bit of an echo. You're good?
Sorry.
I love things that don't make sense, and that for me is a heavily chain-mailed, mace-wielding
stealth
hunter.
person. Yeah, stealth hunter. Yeah.
Says, pass without a trace, clips the fingers, and all we hear in the woodland is bang, bang, bang. In fact, all of you are rather noisy.
I am still iconically laughing about the time where I'm like, okay, now everybody's trying to hide from goblins. Oh wait, literally everyone but Percy has disadvantage. The whole group.
Agamemnon, I know, are you quite happy being a loud boy?
I'm extremely loud.
That's fair.
If you hear me, it's already too late.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I can see.
You hear Jesus go. I'm chucks like the drink he was drinking. Keeps walking.
Work on your longbow skills, Jace. You're still far behind.
What? You haven't even seen. What the heck, man? You haven't even seen my longbow skills in like a week.
I mean, is that
over a week? Wait, unless you saw me at the festival and they just pause for a really long time. They feel awkward suddenly.
I mean, I have to say that your insulting thing was absolutely, it was a standout for me.
Oh, thank you.
What can I say? Very creative people around here.
What are you good? I'm good at insulting people. They just smile. They have like a shit-eating grin that suddenly like crosses their face.
I'm not good at horse riding. I found that out at the festival. I'm not good at horse riding.
Yeah, I also found that out. Well, to be fair, Percy, everyone found that out at the festival that you were really shit at horse riding. I didn't even know you could be bad at horse riding, but
honestly, I thought it was a simple case of get on the horse and the horse carries you from A to B. I thought that was the case, but nope, there's more to it.
Well, hey, the more you know. The more you know. I gotta add that to my book of jokes that I didn't even realize was an insult. Sorry. I'm not really supposed to be. Bernard gets mad at me if I start, talking to customers. I'm supposed to be cleaning the shop. Sorry, carry on.
I mean, we'll be a customer.
Go back to trying.
We can be a customer if you're not 20 gold pieces of this breastplate.
I'm sorry, what?
We can be a customer if you're not 20 gold pieces of this breastplate.
Let me think about that. Let's see. Oh, wait, but that would come out of my paycheck. I can't do that.
You get paid?
What? You think I do this for free?
Where's your money come from?
That's a good question.
Who pays you?
You are one confusing dragonborn. You are one confusing dragonborn. And I would actually like Gemini and Agamemnon, would you guys describe yourselves for me too, by the way, of what you guys look like right now? Since we are officially recording stuff.
I'm blue.
I'm blue. Yeah. It's fair. You're one blue.
Shield.
Yeah.
Carry a rapier. You got a boomerang. I even got a crossbow. I carry a little bit of everything in the movie.
Yeah. You just have like pouches upon backpacks upon belts. Like you just have a lot of stuff, Agamemnon. It's one blue walking arsenal. Yeah. Gemini, what do you look like?
I am. I have red, shortish, kind of like shoulder-length hair.
Yeah.
And light tan skin, and kind of tall for a girl, but you know, I'm a big girl, and a little bit, you know, loud. Where you know, well, usually clanky ass armor all the time, but
It's changing
I'm
today. It's changing.
looking to see if I can switch that out. But I'm looking at my man. That's expensive. I like it though. I'm looking at.
How much do you need, Gemini?
That's.
I was going to ask because I actually don't know how much money you guys have
I
collectively. I know you folks have a lot of money. I just don't know how much money you guys actually have together.
I have 190 gold pieces, but
oh, whoops! How many?
I swiped Yvonne's purse before he disappeared.
we casually spend Yvonne's money.
I saw him drunk at the night in, and I swiped his
vetoed. Sorry, man. I gotta veto that one.
Percy has a habit of having no money, so
that is true.
You can have my 71 gold and 25 copper if you wish.
Yeah.
Heck yeah! Thank you, Percy.
I will give you all of that.
Nice.
And everyone might note that ever since that you've described that person that helped me, I've been a lot happier. I'm smiling, making jokes. Haha.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
see,
Percy.
Yeah, Gemini is definitely a lot lighter than the anger ball that she was earlier.
I sidled up to Agamemnon. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I think something's happened to Gemini.
What do you think's happening?
Jace in the background. You would think that something has happened when somebody likes you. Grins.
Jace, no one likes you, Jace.
That's right, and I like it that way. Yeah.
I mean, she hasn't killed anything small and furry for like a few days. Do you think that's the thing that's causing the problems?
It could be. I mean, we need to go find something to smack.
I mean, I've seen a couple of cats around here. We can put one in front of her, see what happens.
No.
I hear y'all's gossip.
I just love the aggressive. No, Agonon, suddenly protector of cats.
I love animals. I can't help it.
Right, I was like, wait.
I'm sorry, Agamemnon. I've watched you slaughter goblins. I've watched you slaughter hobgoblins. I've watched you slaughter all manner of species, and yet you draw the line at cats.
Monsters.
You are a confusing species. Do we have enough money though for the breastplate?
I was gonna ask, where do you guys want to buy?
You know what? Well, I was.
Is Bernard currently buying anything?
Oh, you ask. Jace goes over and goes to the back and grabs Bernard, and you see Bernard kind of come forward, and kind of gives you a strange look, but just goes, "Well, I mean, supplies are running a little thin right now, so I wouldn't say no to stuff. What do you have?"
How long do you have?
How much? I've got all day, honestly.
Yeah,
So.
okay. I have all kinds of stuff for you, my friend.
What are you poising to sell? What are you offering?
I look inside my net, right, and I pull out 2 woolen rugs. I pull out 2 bottles of spring wine. I pull out 5 charcoal sticks, 5 lantern oil flasks. I pull out let's see, I'd say about 5 rations, 5 torches.
Okay.
I say I'll pull out a black cloak.
Okay.
He
he looks at some of this and he just goes. You see him just for a moment, and he just goes. Elfrida might want this. Elfrida might want this. I mean, I can take the oil flask off your hands, but maybe the charcoal sticks.
I tell you what, I don't even want anything for these. All right. All I want is a simple discount.
I don't want your junk.
All I want is a simple discount.
He looks at you and he's just like, "You are getting a discount." He's like confused. He's like,
yeah, that's the one I've already earned.
Okay, so you're wanting a secondary discount, is that?
Listen, what my friend here is trying to say is that the hero of Quiet Watch requires some expert materials in order to carry on defending against all comers. And we're just hoping that maybe...
You want a discount for what?
You know what, Adam, I'm on your end, lad. And Percy peruses some rather heavy weaponry that you cannot.
What are you looking to purchase that you cannot currently purchase?
Well, I would love to buy the splint off of you.
Okay.
And did you buy the greatsword?
No, I'm changing my
debating.
mind on that. Yeah, no, I'm looking at the battle axe. I'm thinking, well, I've fought more with the battle axe than the sword. So battle axe it is for me.
Okay.
Battle axe 2 nets. Hey, and would you be interested in a very nice mace? Well used.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
He pauses what he's doing with Agamemnon for a moment and like looks at you and is just like, a very well used mace.
Yes.
For the unnamed, he pauses and says, unnamed heroes, adventurers, helpers, assistants.
The flint whistlers.
No way. That ain't happening.
He goes, right, for your group, I'll give you full price for the used mace.
How about Bernard's
I'll give
buddies?
you five.
Can we be that?
You see the smallest of smirks unfortunately comes over his face despite him trying not to. I will give you 5 gold pieces for the mace for Bernard's buddies discount.
Deal.
Says it with this like straightest tone that I cannot do right now because I'm chuckled. But you get 5 gold pieces back for the mace.
Awesome. And I definitely want the battle axe and 2 nets. So that's okay. Let me 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh, there it is.
I can't do math. It's 21, right?
Is
that right?
Wait. What did you
21
do? 2
and
nets?
then
2 nets and
me 5. So I mean 5 off.
Hang on.
So
wait, you're getting
like
one battle axe, right? 1 battle axe and 2 nets?
A battle axe and 2 nets.
10, 11, 12. That would be 12 total, and then you're getting 5 back. Because remember, you guys have the discounts on there. It's the second price.
Why does it? Oh,
because you guys are the second price. That's what James was asking. Because you guys have the +3 town morale. So this is what the prices would have been. But this is the discount. Yeah, that's why he said secondary discount. Yeah.
That's a deal.
So 12 plus 5 back. So you need 7 pieces, 7 gold pieces.
7. Okay, yeah. There you go. You can even have 8. Here you go, Bernard.
He just smiles and just goes, "Thank you," and then he turns back to Agamemnon and goes, "Now, what is it you're looking for a discount on?"
Scale, not scale. What was it? The splint and the greatsword. I want both of them. I'll even throw in a rapier. If you could take, I'd say, let's say about 47 gold pieces off the total. I'll give you all of that, the rapier. And I will protect your realm for as long as I am left standing.
He looks at that.
I'll even be the hero of all the people around here. Free wrestling matches in the future.
So you want 75 off of the 200?
No, 47.
Sorry, 47 off of the 200. And what is it that you're giving up besides the rapier?
Of the 250. For the splint and the greatsword.
Well, the 200 price is what he's talking. Just go by because he's going by the 200 of what he's already discounting you. So he's like, so it's 250 with that, and you're wanting 47 off?
Yes, I'm going to sell you my rapier, and I'll give you a whole bunch of my stuff. I'll throw in a smoke bomb. I will throw in a hand axe. I'll throw in 8 bolts for my crossbow.
Hand axe.
Ooh. I need
smoke bomb. Smoke bomb. He pauses for a minute at smoke bomb. Smoke bomb. And the rugs and the charcoal and the oil flask and all of this.
Yes.
I was gonna make you roll a persuasion check, but when you added the rest of the stuff, he just kind of like, he looks at all of this and he just kind of, you see like one heavy sigh, he just goes, deal, you can take it.
Awesome. There's 203 gold, sir, and all of this junk, and I just dump it.
Yeah, just suddenly, and he just, but then you see, he's just like, all right, Jace. Jace's like, what? Clean this up. What? He's like, no.
All Jace hears in the back is a from Percy.
Yeah, Jace is like, ah, now I gotta find somewhere to put this. What am I gonna do with what are these rugs? Like, is it bloodstained? Like, it's just like
you better believe it.
Well, that's kind of cool. Yes! They go over, they walk over, and they start trying to, like, take up all the stuff. But yeah, go ahead and mark all of that off of your inventory plus the gold. But he will give you the
Do you just have to delete
support.
3 pages now?
Yeah!
That's what you have to do.
Yo, I was like, I know how to bargain. I will trade all of this for this. But yes, go ahead. You now have
a full kit now.
Yeah, exactly. You got some split. You got some split mail. You got a great sword. Yeah, you got some more room to carry more shit for the next adventure.
Hell yeah!
It's a good time. It's a good time. All right, I'll make note of that too. One great sword.
Amazing.
Split. 4 Aghanim knob. Cool. All right, well, I will ask, is there anything else you guys are buying? Percy, are you buying anything?
Well, I was going to ask Gemini if there's any money left over.
Yeah, Gemini, is there any money left of the 7 gold that you spent after asking me for 75 gold pieces?
I don't recall asking you for 75 gold pieces. If you want it back, I'll send it to you.
No. You wanted the breastplate, and I wanted you to have the breastplate.
Incredible.
And
I love that Gemini's like, this is the tax that you have to pay me for, and like for saying Griffin's house at me one more time. Oh my god.
Well, did you say there was a potion? Can I do some? Can we go to the potion place and I can do try and do some Arcana checks on the potions?
Yeah.
Before we go though, I didn't get any arrows. Does he have arrows I can buy?
I will say that yes. I will say for like the ammunition that you guys need for any of your weapons, I will say easily enough he is able to give that for you guys. So for your arrows, go ahead and let me see. I don't believe arrows are that much.
Let me guess, you're going to buy 71 gold pieces worth of arrows now, aren't you? That's fair.
That's a lot of arrows. I'm just fucking saying. You buy 71 gold pieces worth of arrows. Holy shit.
I will definitely need help figuring out my great sword and my new.
So yeah,
armor.
I was gonna say that too for the battle axe because I put that down. I thought, wait,
I sent the link is in the chat for the weapons.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
I did that. I got y'all.
Well, and I have that too, but okay, just because I'm
here we go.
You know, brain dead today. Okay, so it's 1d8 slashing damage.
For the great axe?
Using it two-handed, so it'd be d10.
Correct.
So
right, because you don't have a shield. You don't have a shield? Wait, Gemini, do you have a shield?
I do not have a shield.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. You don't have a shield, so yes, you could use it two-handed. So it's a 1d10.
Okay.
Yeah, 1d10 slashing.
1d10 slashing. Got it.
Yes. Go ahead for because you said you wanted crossbow arrows, or what did you bolts, or do you want arrows? Bolts or arrows?
For my longbow, arrows.
Arrows. Okay. We will go ahead. That's for the discount. 5 silver pieces. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, how many is that?
20.
20. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the amount. So basically, it fills up your quiver because the quiver can hold 20. So you'd be full.
Awesome.
Yep. Does anybody else need ammunition?
Nope. I'm good.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think so. I think it was just Gemini, so just double checking. But yes, any other questions about the armor or the weapons?
Yes.
Yes.
Great sword, 2d6 slashing.
Correct.
My rapier was like 1d8
Oh, I will
plus
say,
3?
yeah, well, I will also note too, which this is up to you, and I don't know if you noticed this, but greatsword, but also too, you're new, and so I don't know if you realize this, but a greatsword is two-handed. Like, it is
Yes.
permanently two-handed. Like, it's not versatile. You have to have two hands.
Yes.
Which means you cannot have your shield and the greatsword.
Correct.
Okay.
That's why I was asking if Jim and I needed a shield.
Oh!
Oh,
Nice!
oh,
Yeah!
oh. I've never
Dope.
had a shield.
Yeah, she was like, I've never had a shield before in my life.
I have no shield.
That might be awesome, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that might be.
Yeah.
Do you know who also uses a shield in our party that might want to have a look at it? Is Yvonne.
Yeah.
So,
Yvonne has a current shield though, and it
You
has
can
his
check.
it has his emblem on it too.
oh yes.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Clerics.
Cool customized shield.
Yeah, he's got a cool customized shield. He might not want to get rid of that.
To the potion shop.
Oh wait, also too, he switched his shield because he had he has he's an even more custom shield because he had his emblem shield that he then switched out for the shield that gives -1 to physical damage.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving you my shield, Gemini,
Okay.
and that
Nice.
takes 2
Thank you.
AC off of me.
Yes, correct. So yeah, you'd be 2 AC lower. Gemini, you would be 2 AC higher if you were using your shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I did just move up to scale mail. Or I'm sorry,
Splint.
Splint.
Yes.
So
Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, so that would put you at split mail. Yeah, because so 17 plus you are defense fighter, so you get a +1 from defense fighter, so you should still be at 18. 18 AC.
awesome.
Yeah, so your AC should be 18 because you do have
So
that
if
+1
you
from
kept
defense.
the shield, you'd be at 20.
Correct. Agamemnon is insane.
It's such a typical Agamemnon thing to do. I don't need to defend myself. I need to do more damage.
Yes, exactly. I need to stab them in the face. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Legit.
2d6 plus.
This would be
Gemini.
strength. So it's on
Gemini,
strength.
Gemini, Gemini,
Yes.
Gemini, Gemini,
Yes.
Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Can we please go to the potion shop, please?
Yes,
These
I'm ready
weapons
to go.
are
I have everything
boring.
now.
These weapons are boring. No offense, Bernard. These weapons are banal. They're boring.
Nice. Oh gosh, the boy wants out. I will deal with him in a moment. I will deal with him momentarily. But yes, easy enough. You go to Mad Brew and their little cart.
Yes.
And Percy, it might upset you to know that the cart is stationed just outside of Doughs and Donuts. It is
I'm very happy with that. 2 places I wanted to go.
Yep, and you do see that it is very much so just up there, just right next to Doughs and Donuts. But you do see this gnome that has just like a little cap on and has like this kind of like almost like kind of silvery. Oh gosh, I gotta deal with this.
I get it. I get it.
Thank you. But he has like this kind of like silvery kind of hair that's kind of go through that you're like, is he an older gnome or is that dyed? Because in the lighting, it kind of looks maintenance. So you're like, maybe they dyed their hair silver. You're not sure. But they kind of like have like these very flashy, colorful, like vibrant green and purple robes and stuff going on. But they kind of just set up shop. They have a whole bunch of just filled potions on top of the stand that they're just kind of chilling underneath the tree by Doughs and Donuts and are just kind of chilling there. I'm just like, oh, customers, hello. Are you interested in some of the Mad Brew?
I've heard so much about your shop.
Oh.
The word is a buzz in Whitewatch of Mad Brews.
Oh.
Amazing potions. And I came here myself to see it.
Yes.
See what you've got to offer. I mean, the cart looks amazing. Have you got the goods to back it up?
Oh, we've got more than that. We have these wonderful, and they kind of just go through, and you see the bottles. Every bottle is a different shape. You see, there's
Yeah.
one. There's one that is like long cylindrical that is filled with like this kind of questionably looking piss water. That's kind of like this kind of like, you know, is that oil? Is it, I don't really, it's like weird colored. It's a little milky, but it's like, you know, got this yellow, full, very tall cylinder of that. They've got this like kind of like more diamond shaped bottle that has like very vibrant purple that's in it, that's fizzing, that's bubbling. Over next to it they have like a nice little like very bright green bulbous bottle that's just like really big and just sitting over on the side. And then they have like a couple of like really tiny, smaller, and they're the only ones that are like the same, but really small, like little cube little cube sized, like really tiny little cube sized bottles with a cork on it that are filled with milky white substances, and there's like 4 of them. But those are the ones that stand out the most to you coming up to it.
I pick them up and I sort of like hold them up to the light and
yes.
if I can, try and deduce what effects they may have.
I'm gonna assume that you unless you didn't want to ritually cast, but I'm assuming you like ritually cast before you like walked over to Mad Brew and was like, I'm gonna use detect magic immediately.
Oh yeah.
Not a single goddamn thing is magical.
God damn.
Yeah, not a single thing is picking any bit of magical. Not on him, not on the cart, not the potions.
And what's this one? I hold up like the cylindrical one.
The one that's the piss water.
What is this?
Now that one is a special. It is too. It's a toxin. It's like a toxin for your hair. You gotta put a splash. Inside check.
Oh, that's it. Inside. 10.
10. You seem it's like almost contagious how exciting this person is. Like, this person is a salesman. Like, this person's energy, like, they give it 110% to where you like double check and go, wait, is it magical? No, it's definitely not magical. Wait, why is he so enthusiastic about this? Like, it's just like, it's like hard. It's hard to gauge this gnome. But it's like, oh, but it's a toxin for your hair. And you just kind of, you can rub it in your palms, but you want to be, you know, if you really want to like really make sure you get it in, you know, some people, you know, they have their techniques. But really, what the real solution is you get your fingernails. You just dig that into your hair and you really scrub it. And you scrub it in. And personally, it doesn't just work on the hair on top of the head, if you understand what I mean. You can put hair anywhere. You got back hair problems? No problem. You've got, you know, a little bit of something under the arm, a little bit of some armpit hair, you see? Perfect. Does not smell. No smell anymore. And you just, you know, rub that in and you've never, it's every morning when you wake up, just bam! Beautiful. Gorgeous. And it has like this aroma that's, This is one of our specialty premium products, you see, because this is we're not everybody here on this side of the Shrouded Lands gets this kind of stuff. This one in particular, but for you, I know I've heard that you are the Flint Whistlers, and gives a wink. And I give you a little bit of a discount because the Flint Whistlers. What an exquisite show at Dragon's Feast. It's just beautiful.
What we do.
Yes. So discount 25 gold pieces.
I look at him like he's mad.
Normally we sell it for 50.
Immediately the spell is broken.
Normally we sell it for 50 gold pieces, but I half it. I cut it in half for the Flint Whistlers. 25 gold pieces. I see you're not happy. I will throw in 25 gold pieces. I will throw in one. Normally they come in a pack. Normally we have to sell them, you know, 4 at a time. But I will throw in, and he picks up one of the little milky cubed bottles. I will throw in one of these for free. This bottle right here. Now, it's this small because you don't need much. This little bottle actually is 3 dosages in this. It's 3 dosages. You take a little bit of sip of that, right as rain. Tummy aches, gone. You don't need to eat. This is the amount of nutrients that you need for a day. And there's 3 of them. You know, you just go ahead, 3 meals. You just, 3 meals, whatever meals you're like, you're tired, you're feeling sick, nothing sounds appetizing. Oh, you want a steak? Oh, you want your favorite, lamb chops? Oh, you're missing, what about some dessert?
How much is this cube normally?
Oh, well,
Ooh.
Normally we normally sell these cubes in the 4-pack because normally we can't sell them at once. So keep that in mind. So normally this whole pack right here is 50 gold pieces, but I'm selling you just the one with this one, and so that's 25 for both this cube and this one as well for this one.
Because I've been here for 2 weeks and I've been eating at the Does and Donuts at the Nifty Night Inn.
They're wonderful food, but it's the same appetite every day.
The difference is
these are going to be selling like hotcakes.
It's a fraction of the price, and I've been eating here for 2 weeks.
Yes, it is a shame. It is a shame. But like I said, this could solve your problems. It could solve your problems. If you want the full of it, you know, the four of them, because I mean, appetites do be hungry. The 4 of these plus the one that you are carrying, you know, I'll say 50 gold pieces for that whole set for 5 potions. 5 potions.
I look at him like he's absolutely mad. And I sort of hand back the piss water. And I was like, and business has been good.
Oh, just lovely. Oh, so many. This is our finest that we have left. But we have the finest that we have left. I was selling them just off the shelves. It was a beautiful time in Dragon's Feast. Everybody was having a grand time, and I wanted to escalate it. You know, wanted to escalate that grand time, and they just it was a lovely time. I helped them, they helped me. It's a working relationship.
As he's talking, I'm slowly backing away.
Yeah, he's like, oh, just think about it. But remember that discount. It only stands for right now. The discount only stands for right now. But think about it. Come back. When you get hungry and you're tired of eating the same donuts. As he says very loudly next to the donut shop, and you get tired of eating the same donuts. Come back.
I think about it and I close the door. Oh boy. People buy that.
I'm so glad we went there, Percy. I mean, but really, I mean, you know, I think Bernard would have just insulted you for free.
Honestly, I think Jace would have done it for free as well.
Yeah, Bernard and Jace would have just insulted you for free if that's what you were looking for. They would have gotten that. They're like, oh, that comes easy.
You know what, Gemini? Do you know what the worst thing was? I was believing him until you told me the price, and then it's like, oh yes, it is just utter bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah, I never trust anybody that's quite that enthusiastic. Not normal.
Fair.
It really isn't normal. Is Iseline here? Is she here at all?
You see that Iseline is not currently. You see Joshua. You see the human man that with the black, you know, kind of like messy, kind of black hair and an apron. That's kind of like with a broom dusting up the shop. But you don't see Iseline at the moment. But Joshua kind of looks up and just kind of goes. As soon as he as if he's trying not to overhear your conversation, but then hears if oh, is Iseline here? He looks up and goes, oh, she's on break. Do you want me? I can go grab her.
No, don't disturb her on her break. No. I was just. Can we get? Is Adam on here as well? I'm assuming. Or do we just leave him outside with the gnome?
It's like, ooh, potions. Yeah. Finally, finally, potions. Yes.
I'm standing back, like admiring this. I don't know what you would call it. Deal making.
Scam. Yeah. Scam.
Yeah, it's the first time that Percy's been outspoken in a long time, and he does not like it. Don't worry about this, Lean. Just 3 pots of coffee and 3 buns, please.
Yeah. We still look. I did actually. You might be happy to know I did send off a shipping list, and by sent off I mean. I put a shipping list on a box and kind of just set it up there because we can't, I mean, nothing can leave the little, I don't know, magical, invisible wall that's there. I try to see if maybe there's any potholes or anything. If I could if I could slip pieces of paper.
Away.
Yeah, well, I tried
so many people, and he could have told one of them to get some coffee.
Well, I did try to slip it. To be fair, I did ask the other vendors if they had any coffee beans.
Okay.
They didn't, unfortunately.
Can we have 3 pots of tea then, please? Let me guess. The shipping order is pinned to a crate that currently.
You're following, yeah. A lot of people this morning. You're a little
I
late this
guess.
morning. There's a lot of, I don't know. There's a lot of people post Dragon's Feast that was coming in for like really early breakfast tea, and we're.
That's okay. I thought as the head benefactor and project manager of Does and Donuts expansion, I thought I might, be afforded
Well,
a little.
I mean, we have the money, but we don't have. There's no product. He's just like we're trying. We're trying our best. Iseline, honestly, truth be told, she had a migraine this morning from the stress of it because we were running low on tea, and she really likes tea, and I think she gave up some of her personal stash this morning.
Who doesn't like tea?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I love tea. It's I like a good chamomile. I mean, even like a rose petal.
Yes,
that's pretty good.
Yes.
Not to rub in that we don't have any of those. I'm sorry. Do you want? And he like walks over and he's like, "We've got like some like we got."
Oh, Agamemnon, do we still have the sats of grain by any chance?
Wait, what?
that we acquired from the Goblin's lair. The sats of grain and things.
Yeah, you guys took apples. You took apples and sunflower seeds, I believe. Did you guys take any?
I have sunflower seeds.
Yeah, I noticed the bag is half empty now. You been snacking on something? Anyway, do you think you could?
You hear Joshua peeks up and it's like, "You have sunflower seeds?"
Wrestling makes me hungry.
Would you be willing to sit? Wait, do you have apples too?
Apples and sunflower. I just take them from Agamemnon without asking.
Be...
There you go. Bump. Have them.
It's Agamemnon, right?
Agamemnon.
Sorry, Agamemnon the Insatiable, right? That's your full title?
No, it's the Super Crusher now, actually.
Oh, sorry, Super Crusher. Face, yes, yeah. That's why I wanted to attack. I wanted to make sure I got your name right. Would you be?
Percy sighs as he pulls out a piece of parchment of the quill, and then goes. There you go.
Agamemnon, would you be willing to sell us the apples and sunflower seeds?
No, don't, Agamemnon. Ignore them. Don't just take them. Take them for free. We've been holding them around.
We'll pay you.
Pay us by giving back some incredible products to the people of Quiet Watch. That's all. It's fine.
I will. Not to be rude,
take 'em.
But I was asking Agamemnon.
Hey, by all means, please have Agamemnon's Agamemnons.
You see that Joshua kind of smiles a little bit. Is like, oh, thank you, Agamemnon's nom-noms. I appreciate that. This will make Iseline. Iseline will be happy to see this. I think we can do something with these sunflower seeds. I think we have a grinder. We could maybe grind these down. We could use this. We could use these. We can make something.
I pull Agamemnon to one side. Are we doing brand deals now?
Agamemnon's nom-noms. I love it so much.
Are we going to get some sort of portfolio for your wrestling shenanigans now? Is that
so
it?
Good. So good.
Trust me, it'll pay off in the long run.
Right, and they have t-shirts, Agamemnon's nom-noms. It's a brand deal with doughs and donuts.
Yeah.
We talked Sicily about getting a theme tune sorted, didn't we, actually? Yeah, that's fine.
Slowly erasing all the meat from my inventory here.
Incredible. Alright, I've made the note.
3 glasses of water and 3 pieces of plain bread, please.
Oh, you want what? I'm just kidding. We have water. He walks over and he gets some cups and he pours some water and gets you guys some fresh bread.
God damn it. Alright, okay, while we're eating, yes. And I'm doing serious side-eye.
Joshua goes back to sweeping.
Okay, so what's the plan? Clearly Yvonne is having a grand old time with his folks. Mm-hmm. You've all got brand new things than toys that you wish to try out, I'm sure. And I nearly bought piss water. So what's the plan? Where do you guys...
It's a good morning.
Where do you guys want to go next?
And I will say, you probably have, since Soul's not here, unfortunately, he can't input on this. But I would say, like, through the week, like, you guys have touched base with Yvonne a few times. Like, you guys have, reconvened a couple of times. But, he does still go off with his paws for most of it. But he does, like, check in with you guys from time to time this week. But continue.
So I know, Gemini, that you're interested in the Sunshade Grove, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, we need to get there.
We need to get there, do we? Okay, that seems... Agamemnon, where would you and your travelling band of merry autographers like to go next?
I'll put us on the big map.
Where's your tour?
Next door. Oh, does that mean we can cross off Big Magic no longer exists in Quiet Watch?
Yeah. Wherever I can use my sword.
What was that? Sorry, Agamemnon? Where would you like to go?
Wherever there's faces to smash with a sword.
And magic stuff to collect.
Yes.
And deposit in the waiting fields for the diva, right, Gemini? My detect magic is just waning, but Gemini's like a fucking Christmas tree right now.
Oh yeah. Well, so is Agamemnon actually.
Yeah.
Because let's do a head count. What are the magical items you guys have left? Because I do know that Gemini has the bracers, and Agamemnon has the Periot, the health Periot necklace.
I've got the Horn of Silent Alarm.
That's right.
But we did have the staff, but we deposited that in the waiting field.
Correct. Yeah, that's been given to Nihilith.
Yes.
So we have 2 uncommon and 1 common? No. We have one.
Wait,
we have one of
wait.
each. We have one. We have one. Wait.
On the bracers of luck, I don't have those anymore. Didn't I?
Why do you not have those?
I gave them.
You gave them to who? Did you give them to?
Wait.
You have the bracers of luck.
No, you definitely still have them because I tried to convince you, and Gemini was like, "No,
yeah,
they're mine."
Wait,
I like the luck.
yeah. Wait, where did you think?
Oh no, I first. Let me think about
that. You guys
that.
gave the one.
They're not on my list anymore, and I was thinking that I gave them some. Would it have been Soul? I mean,
to Yvonne? I don't think so.
No, I don't think Yvonne has. It's just this is so canon that Gemini is pretending to scratch her head, wearing the braces of luck.
Wearing the bracers, like where did they go?
Where did they go, guys?
Where are they?
It's such a mystery.
No, Gemini, as far as I know, you have the bracers of luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know why.
If you want to give them to somebody, you can. Because I remember Agamemnon was talking about whether or not to was currently holding on to the Periot.
Oh no! I know. Didn't we go down to the what's the oh my goodness, what's the guy down in the big guy down in the Nihilith?
Yes.
Didn't we give them to him?
No, I gave him the Staff of Fear.
Because remember, I took a rare item.
And we gave him Dragon, technically.
Yeah. You guys took Dragon. You took Dragon. Yeah. Because the thing is, the wand was the only thing that counts as a points for system for you guys. Because remember, here's the where's the, let me pull it up on the hunt for, oh no, it is this. Yeah, the 20 points of magical essence that you guys need, because Dragon was a rare that then was consumed upon resurrecting Griffin. So that was against you guys. But the Wand of Fear was also a rare, so you guys are 4 points up.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys still have the, what is it? Oh my god, is it health? Period of Health? Is that what it's called? Is that the full name? Wound Closure. Thank you. That's it. Yeah, you guys have the Period of Wound Closure, which is uncommon. You have the Bracers of Luck, which is uncommon. You guys have the Horn of Silent Alarm, which is common. So currently, I mean, if you guys want to give Nyla stuff, it's your call. But if you want to use it for upcoming battles, I mean, that's also...
I think if we're going to be venturing into the Sunshade Grove, we definitely don't need to be thinking about giving up items just yet.
Yeah. Yeah, but you guys currently in total, on your person as of the moment, have a total of 5 points. like that are waiting to be banked. Like right now you have 4, so you technically could have a total of 9 of the 20 points that you need.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you're about halfway. Yeah, you're about halfway.
That's what I'm saying, folks. That we've all got magical items. You want to go to the Sunshade Grove. Agamemnon wants to punch some faces. Yvonne is tagging along, basically leaving it up to us to decide where to go.
So it looks like we're all on the same page.
Yeah, well, you know that Yvonne wants to go to the Ring of Silence, but Yvonne ain't here.
That was what Percy was about to say. Is, Yvonne does want to go to the Ring of Silence. Gemini, what is your infatuation and desire and need with the Sunshade Grove? What is... Give a little bit more detail on this. I'm kind of worried and a little bit confused as to why you're so insistent on that.
Well, because our goal right now is... Well, my goal. Let me tell you what my goal is, Percy. Is to get this... these magical items that we need, because I want to just go ahead. It's time for me to get out of town again. So there are magical items in Sunshade Grove. We know that. So it's
didn't
close.
Even have a vision in the Ring of Silence. Of the Ring of Silence.
Well, you know, actually both, because you know, as far as Nihilith has told you, like you guys got, you know, the strong source of magic item, which was the wand, because you know the strong sources is what he sussed out. There could be other sources, kind of like the Horn of Silent Alarm that you guys picked up along the way, but the strong rare sources that Nihilus pointed out in the Bristling Pines, you guys have gotten that one. Unfortunately, the one in Quiet Watch, you guys got that one too, because you're now under the assumption that the strong source of magic was Griffin. So that one's gone. But you do know that there is also a strong source of magic in the Sunshade Grove, as well as the Cackling Woods.
Okay. Yeah. So Sunshade Grove is just closer. I mean, yeah.
It's just closer, yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't that mean that we can do that at any point? If it's that close, surely it would make more sense with the time that we have, fully stocked on resources, fully well rested.
You know me. No time like the present. It's close. Let's just go there. Why not? Why do we? Why would you not want to go there? Is what I guess.
Well,
I should ask.
Forgive me for being. Can't believe I'm saying this. The voice of reason. A god spoke to you, correct? Percy would know that, right?
Do what? Well, you guys have assumed God, correct?
Yeah. There's a god over there.
And you're thinking that means less magic, or what? What are you thinking?
That means
magicless gods, you magicless deities.
Far more powerful being than.
Are we assuming that he's going to be pissed off? I mean, you don't have to speak to him with that attitude you're giving me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
as a recap, because as a recap to what Hypnos said to you guys was, he said that basically said, I think I can help you, if you remember correctly.
Yeah,
he said those words, I think I can help you, but let's do a formal meeting. Come to the Sunshade Grove.
Yeah, he could actually have more of what we're needing than we know about, and he sounds like he wants to help. So, like I say, as long as you're not condescending him.
No, I'm not going to condescend him. I'm just worried that that Nihilith may not be the only being seeking powerful magical items.
Well, hey, we could always split up if you want to do that.
And then I also remind too.
That never goes wrong with that, does it?
Yeah, that won't cause a TPK. And I will remind too that in the Sunshade Grove, just as a recap to what all is there, there's Hypnos. There's also the job posting number 2, because remember Isoline, was needing some pulkweed. Was needing some sunny pulkweed for health potions. And then also this was the last place that Sullivan was seen before he went missing.
And that's important to me secretly.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You're laying on pretty thick, but we knew. Yeah, a wink.
Okay. Well, I mean...
Agamemnon, do you have a stance?
Yes, please do chip in.
As you listen to Gemini and Percy. What are you thinking? Pinks, yeah, such a grove, yeah. Quietly, like, I don't know any of them, or this one, but any of them, or this, yeah. Yeah, we can just go here, or yeah, go here. It's literally, Soul literally wrote this message of, please, go here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm clearly going to be outvoted anyway, so I guess we can make our way towards the Sunshade Grove.
Yo, let's go. And it's a forest, it's a whole forest, you know? You can poke your head in, and then you're like, actually, that's more than we can do right now. You can turn back. It's fine. It's fine.
Isoline does need the resources, I guess. It makes sense.
Yes. I am going to ask, though, on that note, now that I'm seeing the big map again, I need to ask Gemini, within the week's time, to do a little bit of a, walk it back just a minute, would you have tried to check out the creeper guy at all?
I would be looking around for him. Would I have seen him? But I would definitely...
not in town. You would not have just seen him loosely in town, but would you have tried... As when you saw before, the person that was kind of hovering and kind of just like stalking and watching people come into Quiet Watch was at the barrier, and they were on the outside. So far, you haven't seen any suspicious people inside, but would you have tried to check around, like, the barrier area? Or no?
Not specifically, but I would have been, that would have been on my mind, and I would have been aware, of just, like, kind of looking out for anything weird, because that was just creeping me out. And I might have, actually, I think I probably would have mentioned it to Agamemnon, too, so we could just all kind of have a heads up about it.
Yeah. For sure. All right, well, with that, we head off towards the Sunshade Grove, and with that, I think we should take a break. We're back after a long break of the DM injuring themselves and bleeding and trying not to lose a fingernail. Hoping that I'm not going to lose a finger. And cat juggling. So we're back and going into the Sunshade Grove, correct? As you guys are traversing through the Sunshade Grove, despite it having sun in the name, it doesn't take very long upon entering the Sunshade Grove to realize, it's Sunshade Grove. As this is a very dark forest, especially considering the bristle pines. The trees in this are, like, at least at the beginning, they're very tight-knit. Like, it's almost, at the beginning of trying to enter the Sunshade Grove, it's almost, like, claustrophobic in a way. As, like, the trees are very close together. They have a bunch, they're very beautiful trees. They are flourishing at this moment, as though, with these beautiful colors of browns and reds and orange. It's a very beautiful forest, especially compared to the bristling pines, which is like, even though this is like, coming into, fall came early for the Sunshade Grove, because as Dragon's Feast is like making way, giving way for, soon for winter to come, fall season's gonna be incoming, the heat of summer is starting to dissipate. The Sunshade Grove already is seeming to, like, there's some green, like there's still some green on the Sunshade Grove's trees, but they're already ready for autumn. They're already ready for autumn as you guys get in there, and there's so much vegetation everywhere. And then as you guys continue to traverse just a little bit further, the trees start to spread out a little bit, but the thickness of just the leaves and the huge, like, canopy almost, in the spot where you're like, wait, we left, which I'm going to ask, I'm assuming, but you guys left in the morning or daytime? What time did you guys leave to go into the Sunshade Grove?
Morning. We slept on it and then reconvened, I think, in the morning and set off.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I assumed and fully spell slotted up.
Hey, perfect. I assumed morning. But as you guys are going through, you're like, yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Again, so backtracking a bit. That week, would I have had a chance to look at the journal at all if we weren't planning to do any adventuring to forgo a couple of long nights of rest?
I would say yes. Also, too, on your 15 for the objectionables, Yelberg, the barbarian, the big one, he is very adamantly just with the populace. Like, he's just kind of like in the Nifty Night Tavern a lot. Causing, not necessarily causing a fuss, but drinking, and then also like, talking, chatting people up, is around town chatting people up. Oddly enough, he seems to be the one that is like very sociable. But Manny, who seems to be the leader of the group, and Lillian, there's really no tabs of them. Torin, on the other hand, also very few tabs. Like I'm going to say you probably heard, I'm going to say from Isoline. I'm going to say you likely, Percy, you've talked to Isoline at least once this week. And Isoline has, Isoline has mentioned that Torin has come into the shop at one point, and then nobody has seen, that's the only time anyone has seen Torin. It's mostly Yelberg. Yelberg is really easy to find and is actively just in town. The other three, it's kind of questionable.
Okay.
Yeah. Just as a heads up.
I'll share that information with the group.
And then what was your other question, too? So sorry, because I was clarifying two things. The Merit Seekers. Yes, go ahead and give me...
Give
me two. Give me two. Yeah, give me 2 rolls.
Well, just straighten that to what?
They are. Let me pull it back open. Merit Seeker journals.
Was it intelligent? I can't remember if it was.
Let me. I have to pull that open in my notes. Hang on. Merit Seeker journal. One moment. But yes, when you are ready to intelligence checks for me.
Misty wants to know which way would we be going into Sunshade Grove? So, what's the most popular way to enter the Sunshade Grove?
It's a little bit longer, but right here. Okay. Like, there's like a little bit of some Sunshade Grove here, some of the little forest, but this is the most popular way. So almost like you guys are going to go to the ranger's cabin, but instead of going towards like the moors, you go down over the bridge, because there is actually a bridge here that goes into.
2 successes so far.
Oh, you have 2 successes. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And it was a flat intelligence, so I get +4 to that, correct? Yes.
Correct. The DC, I'll let you know, the DC is 15.
15 for the first one?
Yes, that's a success. That's your 3rd success. Go ahead and roll again.
22.
Woo! Nice. So, Martha, you have 4 successes. I will say you only have 1 more success left. As you've been reading over the course of this, this book, the Merit Seeker Journal, that this dwarf has left and has been chronicling things. You feel that you're onto something. Like there's something in here that you, as a sorcerer, that you're like, you feel that you can absorb this knowledge in a new and different way, and you're like on the cusp of it. However, the other thing, upon getting 3 successes, you do, and I want you to go ahead and mark that you now have learned Voice of Order. It is an ability that you now have, as it is part of the mantra, it's part of the training of Merit Seekers. And Voice of Order, upon taking the attack action against one target, you may command an ally within 30 feet of you to use their reaction to take a weapon attack against the same target. Can be used a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and it was regained on a long rest. I'll go ahead and send that to you, but it's called Voice of Order. And let me put it in. Let's see, Voice of Order. And there's the stats. There you go. But upon those 3 successes, you get that, and you think that there is 1 more success that you need, that you're like, there's something as a sorcerer within you that you're like, I feel like I can use this knowledge in a different and new way. But you've obtained most of the knowledge of the Merit Seekers, but there's like 1 more success that you need before you unlock the last thing.
So the proficiency bonus would be +2, correct? +3 now, sorry.
Yes, +3 now. So you can use it up to 3 times.
Use that 3 times before long rest.
Correct.
Long rest.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Of course,
I'm new to this still, folks. I'm new.
Look, I'm learning. But yes, any other questions?
Can I pass without a trace when we get on that bridge?
Ooh. I would say yes, but I will let you know, I'm gonna just tell you up front, above board, not necessary. Go ahead and save it, because how this is about to work, for traversing in the Sunshade Grove, you guys are going to be doing, because like you said, this is one of the few places that you're like, we know there's stuff here, but nobody's given us like a location. Nobody's given us like specifics on like, even Hypnos was like, meet me somewhere. very vaguely, like in the Sunshade Grove. You're like, cool, you could have like given us like GPS location or something. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
But so how this is going to work is you guys are going to be doing survival checks through traversing the forest.
Cool.
So this is going to be, so you kind of get like the lay of the land. So these are going to be group survival checks that you're going to be doing. I will say, Gemini, being a ranger, being this is your favorite terrain, you get advantage. You have advantage on these survival checks. Everybody else has flat rolls. Yeah, no, otherwise everybody has flat rolls, but Gemini, you have advantage.
Yeah.
I do have, I will let you know, I do have an encounter and a hazards table. I have 2 different tables, depending on how well or how badly your group does at these survival checks. But as you guys are traversing, like I said, you guys are coming through over, like I said, this main bridge, which is the notable, which you know is the safest path into the Sunshade Grove. Gemini, you know that the Sunshade Grove in general it's a little dangerous, and dangerous in a different way. Whereas you know, Bristling Pines, full of goblins, people don't go in there. Whereas people do go into the Sunshade Grove, but there's always been like an air of something just more vibrant and mystical, even with just like the fauna and all the the animals and stuff that live there. This is a place that has almost like a touch of magic to it, or even just like that feel. This is kind of like a forest that you would see like owlbears in, where you're like it's like yeah, like this is like a place. And also too, you are aware Nyx. This was Nyx's home, was the Sunshade Grove. I didn't. Yeah, which I did not forget about. So it's like
the forefront of my mind as well. Don't worry.
Right? Yeah. We're like Nyx. Where's Nyx? Yeah. Where's our magical giant weasel that we saved? Please, where, please. So it has like those components to it. So there is like a walking path. That it is in the Sunshade Grove, that feels a little less claustrophobic, and is like one of the few places that sunlight kind of comes down. Like you do see like spots of like morning sunlight, this very beautiful, almost autumn-esque, kind of going on. The trees almost have a gradient as it's like green into these colors. Like as like not all of the trees are fully green, like they're green with a mix of these oranges and reds as you're going through, but what you guys know, the path only goes from, connecting from this bridge all the way over to the other bridge, just like this nice little like shallow path in the Sunshade Grove. Everything that you need, is deeper in. Deeper in, where it's a little dangerous and a little darker and a little harder to get to. Of course. But with that, everybody, if you would be so kind, I would like group survival checks from everybody while I continue to snack.
You're fine. I'll let these 2 do it. It's okay.
And Percy stays home.
Yeah, Percy stays home.
And gets jumped by the objectionables.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm ready for this.
I'm not wise.
Woo! I'm not wise. Rolls a natural 20. All right. Whatever. Incredible.
It feels good to waste a natural 20.
Right? Oh, God. I like clapped, forgetting that I have an injury. Yeah. It's like, oh shit.
I rolled a natural 20 and injured the DM.
Yeah, natural 20. You get to injure the DM IRL. Oh. Remember, Gemini, you have advantage. You have advantage.
Yeah, luckily.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay, so we have this is a survival. This is survival wisdom. So what's the totals for everybody here?
21.
21. Nice. Agamemnon?
Survival wisdom.
Yes.
So do I add my survival or do I add my wisdom?
You had your survival. I'm just saying that survival is based on wisdom. If you're, Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You're like, listen. You're like, I'm new, but I'm not that new. You're like, I'm learning.
Yeah.
So what's your total?
Straight 15.
Straight 15. Okay. And Gemini?
24.
24. Beautiful. That is easily a success.
I'm gonna die.
Easily a success. I need somebody to. Somebody roll me a d8 for me.
Do it since I got the natural 20. I think it's only right.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
The lead survivor.
Yeah. Roll a 1. I don't know.
God. You are kidding me.
Yeah, smack off again to the DM. What you don't know is I've got the coding of Roll20. I'm like, oh, you know what? I think they should roll a 1 right now, and I just send that through to the. Incredible. Okay, well, that's fine.
That's kind of like, hey, that's kind of like whenever, like, if you were playing gambling in some way and you just won the jackpot, chances are you shouldn't just go right back in.
Right, yeah.
There's a reason I don't gamble. There's a reason.
Yeah, it's a good reason. It's a good reason you don't gamble. Okay, cool.
I will agree with that.
Yeah. All right, well, you guys are traversing through, and like I said, there are, with Gemini's assistance, with Gemini, you are, even though the Sunshade Grove in places of this are beautiful, but you're on alert. Like, you know that this forest tricks people. But even though you're choosing, like, you're like, this is the safest at the moment, as you continue to pick paths inside of the forest that do have bits of sunlight still kind of coming through. That way you can still see, like, the morning light, kind of shining through. It's not dim light yet. You guys are not in dim light. Gemini's doing a good job of trying to keep you guys on, like, the brighter side, so that way you guys have more alert, because you're like, Gemini's like, I can see in the dark, but everybody else can't. So you're, trying to keep your head on a swivel, keep everybody safe as you guys are traversing into the Sunshade Grove. And you guys traverse for, like, the first maybe, like, hour and a half, and it continues to be this very beautiful gradient of fall incoming to the Sunshade Grove. These beautiful, just different shrubberies and stuff that have some of them have variations of fruit or, vegetation of some kind on them and around them. But you see, Agamemnon, Percy, you guys see Gemini just continue to walk over them, and unless you are proficient in nature, you guys are like, unsure if, like, are these, like, edible, are these poisonous, unsure, but there is a lot of life here in the Sunshade Grove. So much so that at one point in the Sunshade Grove, you guys come up upon a little bit, for the first time in a while, a little bit of an opening in the forest, like a small patch of, like, just one tree maybe in the center, and then, like, just open to the morning sunlight. And surrounding all around this single tree in this small little opening, this small grove that you have, you see that there is these beautiful, just pristine white daisies up ahead. Just a whole field of them in this patch that are just soaking into the sunlight, are gigantic in size compared to normal daisies. Like, one daisy is like the size of, like, your whole hand stretched out. Like, these are, like, beautiful large daisies that are all over the place. And as you guys see that, I'm going to ask, who has the lowest charisma out of everyone here in this group? What is everybody's charisma?
Mine's +4.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! I was like, that's gonna be me!
Yeah.
I got +2, so.
Agamemnon? I believe Agamemnon's got a +0, is that correct?
+1.
You have a +1? Okay, we got +1. That's not bad. Excuse me. So finish eating. And Tristan's distracted me. I would like, Agamemnon, you're looking at this beautiful patch of sunny daisies, and it is, like I said, absolutely gorgeous. And you hear something overcomes you. This sudden desire to just go up and almost, like, smell the roses. You want to smell these daisies. You see them and they're just beautiful, and you need to touch them. You need to smell them. You need to, maybe lay down in them. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw. As I put Tristan in his crate real quick. Okay, no, Agamemnon hasn't rolled yet. I thought I saw a 1 in the chat and I panicked upon coming back.
There you go.
Ooh.
+1.
+8. Okay, 8.
It wasn't a natural 1,
Yeah, it's still not a natural 1. It's fine. It's fine. Agamemnon,
success.
You have to smell these daisies. There's one at the base of a tree, that one singular tree that is in the center. There's just one that almost has, like, this kind of, like, all the rest of them are this pristine white, but there is one at the base of the tree It is large and has almost a golden shimmer like to it. And you have to touch it. You have to touch it. You have to smell it. You feel suddenly almost possessed and begin to walk forward towards this.
Oh, great. Just what I always want.
Are we?
You see this happen! Like, Gemini, you're like, you see this, and alarm bells are ringing in your head. You don't have to roll. You, as a ranger of the forest, you're like, Sunshade Grove, you know about the history here, you're like, we gotta walk around this. And as you're thinking that and beginning to turn, as you guys are just like quietly were on your walk, you're beginning to turn to lead people, and then you hear the crunching of not the underbrush of the forest, but the crunching of dragonborn feet on daisies. As you suddenly turn and look, and you and Percy see Agamemnon walking towards the center of this patch here.
Gemini, is that normal? You're walking over there quite happily.
Is that normal?
Do I destroy the sunflower?
But it's a field of them, right?
It's a field. Yeah, it's a field. Like it's covered. Yeah, like it's covered in daisies everywhere.
Definitely do not do that.
Definitely do not do that.
I ready a firebolt. Like, look at Gemini, look at the field, look at Agamemnon, look at Gemini. And I was like.
Well, as you're doing that, as you are looking at Agamemnon, looking at the field, looking at Gemini, like readying your like fire, and you're like, and Gemini's like, no fire. As you guys are having that conversation, you see Agamemnon. You get close to you're walking towards this flower and towards like the goldenish tint one, towards the center, and behind you, what you don't see, but what Percy and Gemini watch happen, as suddenly the roots that were not visible of the many flowers that overcome this patch, you watch as suddenly the roots suddenly come up out of the ground like vines and whoosh, wrap suddenly very quickly around Agamemnon and grapple him, holding him in place, looking like they're gonna try to. I need you to give me a strength saving throw, Agamemnon, and I am gonna say you have disadvantage.
Strength saving throw, D20.
Yes, and you have disadvantage, unfortunately.
Well, we hope it doesn't get worse than that.
Well, let's hope it's not get worse than a 2. Let's not be worse than 2. Oh, the heartbreaking. Oh, heartbreaking. What's the total of your strength saving throw with the 2?
+6.
Okay, that's pretty good. So an 8.
Yes.
Still, with an 8, unfortunately fails the saving throw. And
I just followed my plant game over by.
Yeah, exactly. As you suddenly watch Agamemnon, you see like these vines, these very pristine, beautifully like these almost like lime green hooked vines shoot up out of the daisies, wrap around Agamemnon, and shove him down into the flowers, and he disappears into the daisies. And I need everybody to roll in. Well, I would say everybody roll initiative, but this could be. I mean, we could do the initiative here, but I know it is close to our it's semi-close to our time. We got like 20 minutes till when we normally.
Oh, if it's combat, we're playing this out, right? I mean, that's.
Yeah, it is combat. It is combat that is happening right now. So I'm gonna ask you guys: are we doing combat, or are we waiting, or what are we doing?
Over the table, guys. Would it be better to have our cleric here? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Over the table.
Everybody desperately. Where's Yvonne?
Yeah, whenever you were talking about hearing that, like dragon feet smashing the daisies, I was thinking, oh, I hope it's fun. Oh.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yvonne and his paws. Yvonne and his parents, please. Where's his dad's? Where's his paws? Nope. Aw, damn it. Yeah.
And so he's going.
Yeah. And then whoosh.
He's gone.
Yep. Let's hope he's got a bad case of allergies right now.
In that case, I turn to Gemini and I say, I think Yvonne's taking a piss behind that tree. I'll go, Yvonne! And then it cuts to black.
Yeah.
We pick it up next week.
Yeah, exactly. Yvonne, help us.